we're talking about is a tech stack club sandwich.
Yeah,
With
there you
remote
go.
work never going back to normal, or maybe going back to normal, or at least right now it's not, those fancy lease office spaces and fancy swivel chairs for the good companies are now being spent to spoil their AE, BDR, SDR team with tech stack. And so that's not exactly what we're talking about. People can use both and get more reach.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very
Yeah.
cool. And, you say a few extra clicks, but saving a few clicks, for those that don't know an SDR, BDR, AE role, it's a lot of clicks. So
Mm-hmm.
that may be 100 clicks per day times 5
Mm-hmm.
times a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking a whole lot of finger arthritis not happening.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it adds up,
It adds up.
And so then it's like, oh, well, what do you do with all that, time that you're saving? You can either reach out to more people, or reach out to the same amount of people, but with more strategy and research behind it. It's more calculated and more customized. Yeah. Or it's a combination of both of those, more higher quality and quantity. But then the other part of it is, if you're saving that time and it's less clicking, that whole arthritis thing, and but it's also like it's also SDR burnout. The SDR job is a grind. There's that mental part of it, and the SDR job is a grind. You're getting rejected, and you got to build these lists and figure out who you're going to reach out to, and try to get them to take a meeting. And it's a grind, so anything you can do to kind of make it feel like less of a grind, then that can be huge, because there's a lot of turnover sometimes. These fast growing, our customers are usually really fast growing companies that are hiring a lot of salespeople. Maybe
spending a lot of money on onboarding their SDR team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they might onboard a team of 10 SDRs like at one time, but what's going to be the turnover and churn? What's going to be the churn of those people if 3 months later, half of them are no longer even with the company anymore because they're burnt out from the role? Now that's really expensive, having to replace 5 out of those 10 SDRs that didn't even make it to their 3rd month or make it through their first 90 days. So that's the other kind of hidden cost